Welcome back to this disaster of a run. If you haven't unsubscribed yet, why?
Probably because they want to see more retries of maps over and over that fail because of RNG.
Well, about that. So the last map was actually like the last map I played before I started recording the run. So from now on I have much less of an idea what I'm going to do.
Specific to Japanese
Yo,
RNG,
Brave
that
Sword.
is.
Yeah.
Of the things in this game that are rather peculiar, a C-rank Brave Sword stands chiefly among them. I don't have an objection to C-rank Brave weapons. Honestly, it lets units like Meg function, which is perhaps an overestimation, but it's one of the unique things about it that I'm kind of okay with.
I was about to say we don't have anyone to use that Brave Sword on, but I forgot
Z-Hark.
Z-Hark existed.
It's almost like we have some good units.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Potentially.
Potential.
Let's trade them all over to the Grail Mercs. Because they clearly need them more than we do.
Yes. Well, I think Laura's... Oh, actually.
I think that was a unique part of Radiant Dawn tiering, where people tried to give Ilyana credit for transferring skills over to the Grail Mercs, as if she was more than a glorified backpack.
Well, actually speaking of the glorified backpack...
Time to
Where
make
are
her
you?
glorified backpack.
Epish.
Epish.
I see.
Yo, promotion time.
Time to receive strength instead of magic.
My Ilyana...
Okay, to be fair, those 3 points of strength might as well be speed.
Not for her. She actually had enough strength to outweigh the
Yeah.
Elf Thunder. And like not like I'm using anything other than this tome really. At this
The
point.
Epish.
The Epish.
It does matter on other mages, though, who
Yeah.
have bad strength. Though, some of them also have bad speed, like Micaiah.
Hey, at least she has luck, right? The best stat.
Yes. There we go. Goodbye, General Man, for now.
Too bad we can't actually use them.
Not yet.
Too bad we can never use her.
When the I'm not buying those. I should probably sell them.
What? You're not buying the skill books?
Nani?
Skill books so important. Arm scroll, very good.
What's
Can't
skill?
give them to the units that really need them. Like, imagine if Volo could use skill books. Or not skill books. Arm
Arm
scrolls.
scrolls?
Yes.
Yes.
Can Valug read?
I think not.
He doesn't even speak common, so...
How to sell the resolve scroll when you don't even know which one's the resolve. Just
Maybe Fire Emblem should borrow mechanics from other series where certain units can't use some stat boosters because they can't read. Or maybe they can't use other stat boosters because they're vegetarian. There are turn-based tactics games that do that.
Why? Sounds so dumb.
That's Yggdra Union for you.
okay, that explains everything I need to know.
Now that you've mentioned Yggdra Union, you have to make the thumbnail the Yggdra Union save menu.
Sure.
People are gonna see the
Are you
video
gonna
on
sell
their
that
feed and be
almost,
very confused.
That almost what?
Are you gonna sell the Beast Slayer for Forge points?
No,
I don't sell. It still has 8 uses.
no, it does.
Never
So
mind. What
it's
about
also
Musla?
it's also D rank, so it doesn't even give me a lot of forge points.
Oh,
It's
I see.
one of the better weapons we have.
Yeah.
Your ability to navigate Japanese menus is...
It's all muscle memory, no rating involved.
no rigging involved.
I can't read.
Rengo cannot read and thus cannot use skill books.
Yes. Even promoted Ileana can't double these. Armor's epish. Jill barely doubles them.
Armors in this game are so fun with their inflated speed.
Yes.
Statistical inflation is big funny.
Well, like, a good game can have faster than average armors, so long as, you know, it's like FE12, where generals are just faster than they are bulky.
I mean, then there's other games where you have generals with like -5 AS. They're still scary.
Yeah.
Because the game was like, okay, they have no speed, I'll give them 30 defense.
Okay, I believe
Deal
you.
with it.
I think with enemy armor design, it mostly comes down to, if you want to tackle this enemy, you're going to have to think outside of the box compared to how you usually just send up a cav and whack them. Since it should be like, you can't either, say, double them and do good damage, or
Meanwhile, this
You
game,
don't
you
double,
do
but
just
you
that.
hard.
You send up the cav
Yeah.
and whack them. Except we don't have calves, so we whack them with other things.
Z-Hark
Balloon
and
and
the
Jill.
dog.
And
Oh
the
yes,
doggy.
we get the Celerity Scroll this chapter, also known as 4-mod.
He's actually useful here, though.
What?
Well, it's 0%. What did you expect?
Tormod
He has
in part
bases.
1.
Oh yeah, he has bases.
And then we get to part 4, and then, uh-oh.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
Oops, all stats.
Hey, Muarim still holds up.
When your mom asks where all your availability went.
I remember that meme. Ow.
9.
9.
9.
Nice.
There will come a day I get bored of RD animations. That day is not today,
Is it Tuesday?
potentially.
If you get the software, everybody suffers.
basically.
Excuse me.
But it is very cool that you get a Brave Sword this early in the game.
I mean, we're still missing, you know, the legendary weapon of RD, hammer.
We do have a hammer, but it's not really that great here because Joe gets slowed way the fuck down, so I don't even double with it.
It's still, you know, probably one of the best axes in the game that isn't hand axe.
Yeah.
Blessed hammer, the armor.
What? No way.
Epish.
Mickey, come on. Was what, a 91?
Yeah.
Not 90 fun.
Is no one pulling 64s on those armors?
Yes.
Dead ass.
Bases.
He is carrying someone, to be fair.
That is-
Ah,
ha-
yes, Savior.
that is fair.
Yes, savior.
And he does have promoted, well, promotion game, which is like one skill or something.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Biorhythm.
Biorhythm,
yeah,
good
Biorhythm.
mechanic.
Yeah, Biorhythm. Nice wave, by the way.
I love when
think
my
Nolan's
game about
neutral on Biorhythm.
consistency adds a layer of complete inconsistency.
Bro, you're supposed to use the hair ones to boost your biorhythm.
And lower the enemies,
Instead of, you know...
because they have
dancing.
that.
Wait,
I
that's
feel
a-
like if they had not put those skills on the dancer, they might have been worthwhile. But they also would have had to make Biorhythm matter even more, and not in such an arbitrary way.
Imagine if just boosting Biorhythm was a staff instead.
I feel like there's a lot of cool mechanics in this game that just are not built for Fire Emblem. Like forge points. In a game that's, well, not this.
Meanwhile, the game sometimes has ledges.
Ledges serve to prickle. They do not serve to do anything except impede progress.
Sometimes you have them on your side.
True.
Sometimes you have the high ground.
Sometimes you don't.
It's still something you could do something with. Like, it's a mechanic that could be further explored.
Woof.
No double. I like this 1 damage of one rounding.
Don't worry, guys. Vika will get a kill. Oh. Okay.
I guess they want to be recruited.
No, what makes you think that? Is there even a healer on this map? No. Well,
Yeah.
I'll just run.
Can't flee to a heal tile if there is no heal tile.
Yes.
Tellius
never
AI
was a heal
extremely confused at the lack of heal tiles.
Game crashes, heal tile not found. Send help, tell a dev.
Where is
Hey.
my heal tile? I was promised a heal tile.
Hey, hey, NPC Fiona couldn't find a heal tile. Look where that got us. Don't mess with us, heal tile fans.
We will waste your turns.
We will run through the heal tile.
We are pulling some epish hit rates with the epish.
How much did you boost the hit in that thing?
Plus 20.
Hit plus 20.
Yes.
Fails 3 houses.
I thought we were playing Radiant Dawn.
No, this is Radiant Dong. Clearly.
Fire Emblem Expand Dong.
He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well.
He's
He's finally back to feel unwell. Ah yes,
Hello.
second hit
Is that-
criticals.
Is that the power of the coconut gun?
Yes, it will fire in spurts. And if he shoots you, it's gonna hurt.
Mickey, Hark. I really tried, okay?
There was an attempt.
Z, Park. Swordy guy. Nice fire magic you got there.
There's a question to be had about how Tellius handles magic diversity. It's not the first game of the series to try and differentiate the anima types, but it also tries to give each of them a niche beyond stats, like Luciole did.
Yeah.
It's effective against flyers. Fire's effective against beastal goods.
Thunder has
Thunder.
a 2% chance to ruin the speedrun in this chapter.
Yeah. The problem is, might on those weapons is not good, so it's hardly effective against physical units in the first instance, and what is it? Besides from low might being ineffective against the physical units it's supposed to work against, it just makes for very ineffective, effective weapons.
enemies also have big res. It's just defense too.
Bulk is bad in this game. I feel like the system can be tried again. It just needs to be tried in earnest.
Like, give the fire tome actual damage.
Why does this sound like some sort of like dictatorship that just hasn't been done well? I will not steer the commentary into political topics. Also, Rengor. Look at
The
that.
Wind Mage gets cancelled.
Yes.
36.
Big damage.
Kid. Cat.
Green.
Roar.
Wolf. Actually, why did I say wolf? That's not a dog. Yet.
Meow.
One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay.
Hey guys, this was hard mode. If
There
you
is.
need danger mode, if you need danger zone to beat a Fire Emblem game, then
You're bad.
you're bad.
You also don't need to know how much HP your stabs are healing to your players. You have to just roll with it. Guess. You must also do math
it
in your
almost
head.
feels like you're playing an NES game.
Mm.
At least FE1 and FE2 are funny with their jank.
Plus guidance speedring.
Yes.
Just guided in general.
Watch some guy like materialize out of nowhere and murder Micaiah.
I mean, that's a different chapter.
Okay, fair. Not
Like, they
yet.
knew Mikai was frail, so they made an entire chapter about enemies randomly appearing and murdering her.
Oh, I did not like that chapter.
Who does?
Imagine Black Knight not being allowed to rescue.
They're like, no, we have to play this like it's an old game where you don't have rescue.
Problem is, it's
have to
fog
play
of
the
war,
puzzle.
and every enemy just like comes out of the fog to murder Micaiah. It's stacked against the player, not in a fair manner. It's not like they have to predict where the enemy is coming from because it is unpredictable.
Wait, rescue was invented in Thracia, right?
Yes.
I believe so.
Thracia really gave us all the good mechanics.
Yes.
It even gave us the weapon triangle.
No, that
No.
was FE4.
Oh god.
It gave us a tempered down version of their weapon triangle.
Yeah,
Which-
the best version where it doesn't do anything really.
Yeah. I feel like a weapon triangle should manifest itself naturally, as opposed to just arbitrary hit and attack buffs.
Hashtag
Like
Kaiga did it first.
Swordmasters being good at fighters because fighters have bad defense. And axe fighters being good against knights because knights have bad speed. And knights being good against swordmasters because swordmasters can pierce their defense. A natural
I will
weapon
say, though,
triangle.
I will say though, as much as I would rather advocate for a natural weapon triangle, I feel like games like FE12 have shown what a weapon triangle can do if properly implemented, where you are given incentives for having higher weapon ranks and going up against the proper weapon type. There's damage and hit buffs, and they actually matter.
They copied the same system into Fates, you know.
Yeah, it actually kind of
I'm
it
assuming
kind of
it's
works.
also good there.
Though
I remember it was a lot harder to
it's
go
not
thanks to
as
Fates.
significant in Fates, thanks to abundance of Reaver weapons and just really high stats you can get by stacking tonics.
Yeah. I wasn't sure how much of a fan I was of incorporating magic into that triangle. I feel like it should have been a separate constant that wasn't...
I mean,
An awakening
was
had
making
that.
bows weak against magic when bows are supposed to counter them.
Yeah, here's the thing. In Awakening, magic was kind of separate, and there it was just like unrestricted 1-2 range, basically.
That is fair.
That's why it's actually a thing of the triangle in Fates.
I guess that's more my problem with how mages are handled in modern Fire Emblem games. As opposed to just hitting really hard and not being countered, they're more like 1-2 route bots.
Well,
Depending on your experience.
Free Houses kind of remedied that, and Echoes, since they went with the class-based stat model. And there they actually made like mages like into Arcanea mages, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, where
Things
mages
are
don't
slowly
have high
improving.
magic in Arcanea, but enemies don't have resistance, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Tongues
Not
and
that
Arcanea
not
also
that that's
have...
entirely the case in Three Houses,
Right.
but it works close enough.
I feel like Three Houses overall has been a great step forwards, despite some minor missteps.
It was a successful experiment.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward and I'm optimistic about Fire Emblem, which is better than I was earlier.
It's a scary thought.
At least it's not Fates 2.
Yeah,
Electric
Conquest
Boogaloo.
exists, you know.
Conquest is very fun to play. I just still haven't gotten past chapter 26.
I actually like 26. It's probably one of the best
The
one of
issue
the
is that
best
Fates
late game maps.
Fates isn't just Conquest, it also includes both Rev and Birthright.
That's what you think.
Birthright.
I will stand by the opinion that Revelation is better than Birthright. Revelation has bad janky maps. Birthright doesn't have maps.
This does not mean that Rev is good, it just means Birthright's worse.
Yeah.
What is worse, an actively aggravating experience that at least has some sort of puzzle to figure out, or a banal experience that doesn't challenge you?
It's the difference between
Okay. Before I answer that question, do I have actual hit rates in the puzzle emblem?
I don't know. Have you got enough skill books?
I thought we said no inside jokes. That is very much an inside joke.
you're telling me that we haven't been doing inside jokes all along.
Damn it.
It requires you to go through the bulk of this video anyways, don't worry.
But it's like the difference between Rev leaving a negative impression on you and Birthright failing to make any impression on you. And what's worse, leaving a bad impression or failing to even do that?
Man, you could be Meg, or you could be Kellum.
I mean, Kellum's actually a decent unit.
I mean, Kellum got memorable because of the dumb meme, where people
No,
don't
that's-
even get the joke right. He isn't
Was it a
supposed to be
joke?
invisible.
Are you sure? That would make him a pretty decent unit.
I mean, he literally is invisible to the AI before recruiting him.
Nice.
So funny thing, you can actually miss Callum completely.
Yes. You
Like the
indeed
joke
can.
with Kellum is just that you don't notice him, not that he's invisible.
He's
And
essentially
everyone
invisible at that point.
everyone knows who he is. They just forget about him.
It's social invisibility.
Kellum,
So what you're telling me is that Kellum got cancelled.
No, what he's telling you is that Kellum has an innate 50% plague resistance.
What?
What?
Because people don't notice him, they don't interact with him, making him resistant to plague.
I don't think that's exactly how that works, but let's go with but let's go with it anyway. It's
Kellum
like
is social distancing, but not by choice.
Callum is wearing armor in order to prevent him catching COVID-19, but
Oh no, don't say the word.
Oh
The
no.
YouTube will flag the video.
oh,
Don't worry, we'll bleep it out with like I don't know.
No, we
That's
won't.
sort of
Ranger's
voice
too lazy
line.
to edit.
That's
wait, are you implying that Rangor's gonna edit the video?
You could just blare the
No.
Spider-Man 2 pizza theme
Are you no?
over that one
are
segment.
you no, you're afraid that Rangor's gonna get demonetized.
Implying we make anything off this?
Like,
No.
if he wanted to make money out of suffering, he should have became a gimp.
What? Okay, whatever. You know what? Let's just end our suffering already.
Finally,
End of suffering.
BXP.
Finally, some good
Remember.
maps.
Remember to
Before we finish, always remember to unsubscribe.
line up the scrubs. Time to
Time to unsub.